A very warm welcome to all the viewers of Z Connect. This is me, Priya, and I hope that your Eid celebrations were fantastic and you made the most of your long weekend. While you were busy preparing for the Eid festivities and celebrations, we were busy handpicking some interesting stories that will bring a smile to your faces. So if you are ready, let's get going. World Art Dubai returned for its 9th edition with more than 4,000 artworks from 300 plus art galleries and solo artists hailing from 60 plus countries around the world. It was an event where the world's art, artists and art lovers came together. So if you want to be transported into a completely different and colorful world, then come along.
Hi, I'm Deborah from a French gallery in Paris, and the name of my gallery is Champop Gallery. As you can see, I'm working with different artists from France and America, and the specialty of all the artists is pop and street art. You have a lot of different tribute to Banksy, to the Pink Panther. Each piece are different and each piece are unique, and you can see the powerful of color in each artwork. It's beautiful. It changed all the rooms in the apartment or house.
Hi, my name is Seile Suzuki.
Hi, my name is Taijun.
We are coming from Japan, and then our art is abstract art and then Japanese calligraphy using the traditional Japanese ink and the mixed mediums. And thank you very much for, we are very happy to be part of in World Art Dubai. And thank you for Dubai, and we're gonna come back again.
Namaste. Myself JD Pasika. I am from Dharamshala, India. So I am participating here World Art Dubai. So this is a very big and very prosperity event. I am respect all Dubai art and art lovers, and I am surrendered to myself and exhibiting here. So 5 painting on display. So different concepts, and I get some message to people aware of the thing, and I get message to some awakening, how we can awakening and how we will connect to nature. So I bring more spiritual art because of my planet is more spiritual art. Thank you Dubai, and keep shining on this planet. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Harin Yu, an artist from South Korea. This is very first time for me to come here to show my work, so I'm really happy to introduce my work here, and I'm really excited right now. My work is about like performance painting. I paint by using my body. I've been dealing with the subject matter obsession for about 12 years. I've done like 7 series about under this subject matter, and I brought one of the projects called Painting Perfection here. And then what the performance I did is Painting Perfection trial number 3. The reason why I started this kind of work is because it is about obsession and also about perfection. Because I pushed myself to be perfect for a long time. The way I paint a circle looks very illogical, isn't it? That's how I felt about people pushing themselves to be perfect and reaching to one answer. So the result of the circle is all different. They have all different shapes. I think that's the beauty of life and joy of life. And I wanted to express what I learned in my life to people. One more thing is the reason why I chose circle is that it could represent perfection, because from the center to the any points of circumstance, the distance is always the same. And also, when we push ourselves to be perfect, we repeat again and again and again and again and never end, because there's no perfection. Perfection depends on our perspective and it's subjective, right? So I wanted to express what I learned, and I wanted to express beauty of life through my work. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Anjali Arora. We are representing India first time at WAD. Yes, World Art Dubai. We are here at World Trade Center. It's so exciting. I'm representing this gallery. You can see my works and my artists who are connected with me. They are with me over here. They all are with me and we are representing India. And हम कहेंगे कि हमारा जो experience है, it is so awesome कि हम चाहेंगे जो भी आर्टिस्ट हैं उनको एक बार वर्ल्ड आर्ट दुबई करना ही चाहिए. हमें बहुत अच्छा एक्सपोजर मिला है यहाँ पर एंड वर्ल्ड आर्ट दुबई, थैंक यू सो मच. दुबई ने हमें गले से लगाया, एक टाइट हग दिया है और इतना एनर्जेटिक कर दिया है लास्ट डे पे भी कि मन है कि फिर से आएंगे और आते रहेंगे. सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर हैविंग अस हियर एंड गिविंग अस द चांस. एंड आई विल से कि आई हैव टेकन मैनी इंटरव्यूज़ ऑफ द आर्टिस्ट. सो आर्ट एज अ पैशन इज़ द बेस्ट थिंग. प्लीज़ कीप इट अप. आर्ट को कभी जो आर्ट करता है पैशनेटली वो कभी भी अनसक्सेसफुल नहीं होता है. वन डे द डे विल कम, पीपल विल नो you, your art with your name as they are doing for me here. Thank you so much. I'm here, Anjali Arora, reporting from the Indian Gallery. We are from India and India का पैशन हमेशा ऐसा ही तरह रहेगा. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good things come to those who wait. So we want you to wait for a bit. We'll be back after a short break with lots more. Welcome back. Eid is a time to rejoice with your loved ones and indulge in some scrumptious delicacies. Learn some super easy and healthy recipes from Chef Priyansh and make your occasion extra special.
Eid Mubarak. I'm Chef Priyansh and I'm back with another easy, simple and healthy recipe. Today we're going to make tofu makhani, which is a vegan take on a classic paneer makhani. It's much healthier and much simpler than the original. I can't wait to show you how to make it. These are the ingredients we're going to use. 2 red onions, coriander powder, chili powder, 2 tomatoes, some garlic cloves, vegan butter, tofu, some vegan cream, some water and some olive oil. We're going to start by roughly chopping the red onions, the tomatoes and the garlic. These scraps from your vegetables you can store in an airtight container and keep it in the freezer until it's full, and then you can add it into boiling water and boil it for about an hour or 2 hours and you'll have homemade vegetable stock without wasting all of this. We just need to very roughly chop this. It doesn't need to be fine because we're going to blend it into a sauce later. We're going to add some oil to the pan and we're going to start frying off these onions. We'll also roughly chop some garlic. The onions have gotten a little soft, so we're going to add the garlic in now. We're going to cook all of this together until it's all translucent. We're going to add the spices in now. We're going to go with 1 tablespoon of Kashmiri chili powder and 2 tablespoons of coriander powder. We're also going to add half tablespoon of this butter. While that's frying off, we're going to chop some tomatoes. Again, roughly chop. Add the tomatoes in now. We'll add some water now. We're going to cook this until the tomatoes start to break down. In the meantime, let's prep the tofu. I'm going to chop some slices. We're just going to check on this gravy to see if it's cooked through. So while this is cooking off over here, we're going to bake the tofu so that it gets nice and crispy. Just going to add some oil to this pan. So that the tofu doesn't stick. Just going to put some more oil on the top. You can also air fry this. It would take the same amount of time and it would also become nice and crispy. We're going to put this in the oven now. Okay, so this is now nice and soft. Everything has now mixed together. So now we're just going to let it cool for a little bit and then we'll add it all into the blender. This mixture has now cooled down, so I'm going to add it to the blender and we're going to blend it. Add some water to loosen it up and then we're going to blend it. We're going to add a little bit of soy cream and then some of the remaining butter. This will make the gravy super velvety and creamy. Now I'm going to taste for salt and then we'll season accordingly. Now we're going to cook this slightly so that it all becomes hot, and then in the meantime our tofu will be ready. We're going to add all of this into the same pan that we cooked it in. We're going to heat everything up now. So now this is heated up and our tofu is ready as well. So now we'll get it all out. As you can see, there's some really nice coloring on the tofu. All of our elements are ready, so now it's time to plate. We're gonna first add some of this gravy in the bowl. Followed by some of the tofu. And then some more gravy. Okay, and then we'll add some more tofu right on the top. To finish, we can add some of the Kashmiri chili powder and sprinkle it on top. Along with a tiny bit of the oil. And we'll finish it with a tiny bit of soy cream. Our tofu makhani is now ready. It's time to make a drink to accompany it. We're gonna make a roux afza kula. This drink is so simple. It only uses 3 ingredients: some sparkling water, some roux afza syrup, and some fresh mint. Let's get started. We're gonna add some fresh mint into the cup. And then we'll tear it up. Using this crusher, we're gonna crush it all together, and that would help the mint release all its oils and give a really nice flavor to the drink. Now we're gonna add some of this roux afza syrup to our drink and then continue to mash it. And now we're gonna add the sparkling water. Look at how easy that was. And now it's ready. Our 2 dishes are now ready. Tofu makhani and roux afza kula. These 2 together are gonna blow everyone away. You're gonna love this recipe and I can't wait for you to try it. I can't wait to dig in. That has so much flavor. It's so creamy and you're gonna love this. Make sure you try this recipe, tag us on our socials, invite your friends over, impress them, shock them. Thank you so much for watching and hope you and your family have a blessed Eid Mubarak.
Time for a short break. I will be back soon. Stay connected. Welcome back. The Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center, MBRSC, hosted an exclusive media edition of a Call with Space event attended by local and international media at the Museum of the Future last week. The event was all about doing a live call with astronaut Sultan AlNeyadi, who is currently aboard the International Space Station undergoing the longest Arab space mission in history. Along with Sultan AlNeyadi, we also got a chance to speak to the key MBRSC officials who updated us about the other projects undertaken by the team. Check out the glimpses of the event with us.
جدا سعيد وفخور بأن أكون أول شخص من دولة الإمارات من الوطن العربي يكلمكم باللغة العربية من محطة الفضاء الدولية.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good.
I'm gonna share this moment with everybody.
Sure.
Oh, this is amazing. Wow.
Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event? MBRSC, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Station, this is MBRSC. How do you hear me?
MBRSC station, I got you loud and clear.
I want to ask you, how do you think your mindset has changed since you've been in the space station for so long? Astronauts talk about the overview effect. How do you think you've changed as sort of a person in view Earth since being on the space station? And of course I have to ask, what are you missing at home? Thank you.
Thank you, Sarwat, and very good question. Honestly, arriving to the International Space Station and looking down to Earth and seeing our beautiful planet, it's as you mentioned, it's the overall picture of this magnificent planet that everything happened throughout the history, the people we knew, all the events throughout the time, the human beings living on Earth. It's a profound experience, actually. And personally, I do feel like we do need to keep this planet intact. Just today, I was flying over the Himalayas, and I saw that boundary between air pollution and the clouds and the other side of the Himalayas. And I thought, wow, this is really incredible, seeing like a barrier of smoke just trying to jump over the Himalayas. So we need to protect this planet. We need to be happy in this planet. So as an astronaut on board the International Space Station, I do value the oxygen, I do value water, and I do value the ability to breathe a clean atmosphere, which we get for free on Earth. So let's keep this planet intact, let's keep it tidy and clean, and hopefully we can live as much as Allah wants.
It's a tremendous day, brilliant day that we have had a live call with Sultan and seeing so much progress that UAE is making with this space mission. What are your thoughts on the progress?
Well, I love it. I mean, this is a golden age for us. It's when we first started close to 20 years ago, I personally would have never imagined that we would have an astronaut in space, 3 or 4 satellites around Earth, a mission around Mars, and a mission around Moon all at the same time. If you told me that, I would say I don't think that's going to ever happen. And more to come as well. So I think the UAE is investing heavily in space. We do missions a bit differently. We're quite similar to India, where we do things in a very cost-effective way. We try to do them in a unique way. An example of that is Rashid rover. It's very small. It's a 10-kilogram rover. It's the smallest rover ever to go to the surface of the moon. Fully designed and developed in the UAE at a fraction of the cost of what it would usually cost to do a rover. So that's similar to what India has done on its Mars mission and other missions. So I think we love space. We see that it's very important for the development of our country, for the inspiration of our people, and this is our golden age.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, sir, for talking to us. Thank you. So we want to know all about this, in a gist about this mission of landing on the moon with the rover.
Yeah, so we at Mohammed Space Center work on the development of the Rashid rover. It's going to be our first robotics mission landing on another celestial body on the surface of the moon. The mission was developed fully at MBRSC by Emirati engineers, and we worked also internationally with international space agencies like the French space agency CNES and other space agencies, where we're hosting payloads and instruments from different agencies. Currently, the mission hosted on the iSpace lander on its way to the surface of the moon. We had successful lunar orbit insertion, so we are around the moon, and hopefully we'll be landing on the 25th of April. It's going to be a very critical moment because landing on the surface of the moon is not easy. So the success rate is around 50%. And after hopefully successful landing, then the robotic arm will be deployed, and then we'll start our operation on the surface of the moon on the mid-latitude area that's been selected. We have different instruments on this mission, studying the electron levels on the surface of the moon using the Langmuir probes. We have also different cameras that will study the regolith properties on the surface of the moon. We've taken also samples on this mission that we put on the wheels and seeing the interaction between those samples and the surface of the moon. And those samples were actually proposed and provided by different universities and agencies around the world. So this mission is actually a platform for international collaboration, which we work with many agencies on doing joint science and experiments on the surface of the moon.
And tell me, after all of this research that you've done, I'm sure, and previous missions, you all have picked up some challenges which you faced then, and you worked on those in this one. Being a mission director, what were those challenges and how did you resolve them?
Yeah. Space is not an easy field. Yeah, so you have many difficulties, many challenges that you need to overcome. When it comes to the development of space mission, there's the harsh environment of the space, so whether that's in an orbit around Earth or around Mars, or landing on another celestial body. You have the variation of different temperatures there. You have the radiation that affects the electronics on board the system. You have also the establish a telecom system so that you have a communication with the station on Earth. You have to maintain also the thermal properties and all of that. So all those challenges that we've developed our capabilities, that we've overcome those challenges throughout the different missions that we've developed, and also on this mission. Definitely there will be a lot of lessons learned from this mission, similar to the other mission. And this is the way that we evolve and we develop ourselves. So you need to make mistakes so that you learn and you take your technologies to the next level.
Absolutely, and I think UAE is taking the technology to the next level. We wish you all the very best and may this mission be successful as well.
Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you.
And with that, we come to the end of this episode. We will be back next week with many more interesting stories. And if you like what we bring to you week after week, then do not forget to follow our socials and leave your feedback with us, because we love to hear from you always. Take care. See you soon.